Welcome to Checkpoint. Yeah, it's your host again, Dr. Ifeoma Eze, and I'm really here today with something fresh for you. I want to start by saying thank you, and thank you again for all that you do for us here at Checkpoint. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your shares. And thank you, most importantly, for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Now, because of all that you do, our message is reaching a wider audience, and for this, I thank you. All right, you know how we roll here at Checkpoint. It's time for you to share the videos everywhere. Tell your friends, your relations, your associates, and your neighbors. Let them know it's time for Checkpoint. And I'm really excited about what I want to share with you today, and I know that it will be a huge blessing to you. So please go ahead and share. What are you waiting for? Start sharing. Share on all your social media platforms. Share to all your friends, your family, everyone, even your enemies, so they can get focused and leave you alone. All right, I'll be right back after this break, and when I come back, I'll be sharing the topic for today. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now, on today's episode of Checkpoint, I'll be sharing with you a topic that is so needful, and that topic is mental discipline. Mental discipline. In our world today, distractions are louder than purpose. Emotions even hijack logic. And in the midst of all of this, mental discipline is a personal asset that everyone must have. Now, mental discipline is a must-have for both the old and the young, for both the strong and the perceivably weak. See, mental discipline is key because there are so many distractions, there are so many things that are vying for your attention all at the same time. In fact, without mental discipline, success will be very far from you. So today on Checkpoint, I'll be sharing with you on mental discipline. Now, you may be asking, what is mental discipline? Mental discipline is your ability to stay focused. It is your ability to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions steadily in the direction of your highest goals, in the direction of your vision or purpose in life, regardless of the distractions around you, regardless of the resistance that you may feel, regardless of external pressure. Mental discipline is key. It is a must-have. It is a necessity for you in life. If you must progress in life, if you must advance in destiny, if you must succeed in life, mental discipline is a must-have. As a matter of fact, mental discipline will ensure that you choose your purpose over pleasure, because if you do not engage the force of mental discipline, there is a very strong tendency that you will be dissuaded, you will be discouraged, you will be distracted, and at the end of the day, your purpose in life will not be achieved. So it is very impossible. In fact, mental discipline, I will call it the invisible strength that separates those who succeed from those who fail. This one is key. Mental discipline is the invisible strength that helps you to separate those who succeed and those who fail, those who are able to dream and those who are willing to pursue their life's dream. Because you must know this, the battlefield of success is not outside your body. The battlefield of success is on your inside. Let me say this again. The battlefield of success is not in the marketplace, it's not at your job, it's not in that company, it's not in the marketplace. It is on your inside. If you can win that battle from internally, then you have won the battle in life. And this is why I am sharing with you today on mental discipline, because greatness begins with the mind. And if you must succeed, you must engage the forces of mental discipline so that you will be able to free yourself from the excessively noisy, chaotic, distracted world that we live in. Believe me when I tell you, I have also found myself battling this demon of distraction, with social media, with calls popping up in your phone, and SMSs and WhatsApp chats and all of this, and views and comments and likes. Oh, it's so much. It's even more difficult to live to thrive in this generation than it was many generations before us, because I would honestly say that our distraction level then was a bit minimized, but now it is terrible, it is serious, and this is why we need to engage mental discipline. Remember, I told you at the beginning that mental discipline is your ability to remain focused, your ability to keep your work on, your ability to control your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions in the direction of your purpose, regardless of pressure, regardless of resistance. No matter where it is coming from, you tell yourself, if I have started this book, I'm going to finish this book. If I've started this project, I'm going to execute this project. If I've started reading this book, I'll finish reading this book. If I have started working on this vision or this school, or starting this academic adventure, I am going to bring it to an end. And that is where mental discipline plays a large role. I'd like to share with you some certain features of someone who is mentally undisciplined. That is how you know if you are mentally disciplined, if you are lacking mental discipline, if there is somebody around you in your family, a friend or family member who is experiencing mental discipline, so that you can direct them to this video, because this video is going to be a self-help video that's going to help you overcome the challenges of mental indiscipline. All right, so number one feature of a mentally indisciplined person is that they start things but hardly finish them. They start things but hardly finish them. Have you seen somebody who is excited about a particular project? Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to, and they start, and after a while ask them about it, say, well, well, you see, when that well starts getting very long, know that something has happened in between. And that is how you know a mentally indisciplined person. They are able to start stuff, they are able to start a project, but they're not able to finish it. They stop halfway and they have their reasons. But you know that if everyone decides to make reasons in life, everybody will have a reason why they're not able to do what they have to do. But if you are mentally disciplined, when you start something, you would certainly finish it, no matter how difficult it was, no matter how complicated it was. I must tell you that I had an experience, and this experience is something that happened during my master's. When I was doing my master's in education, I currently have 2 masters, but when I was doing my master's in education, I finished my coursework record time. This was just about a period of 1 year. I was done with my coursework. Then we started the dissertation. Oh my God, that was where everything went to flames. In fact, I would honestly have wanted to tell you the full details of that story, but if I start it, it will be a video of its own. But long story cut short, it took me 8 years to actually finish that program. I kept pushing at it. It kept pushing me back. There were so many things, so many pressures, so many diversions, so many distractions, so many things happened. Many waters crossed the bridge, but eventually I was able to finish it. And on that premise, I started encouraging most of my other mates who had abandoned the program. Many of them had given up. Many of them had said, oh no, this program is no longer for me because it's too exhausting. I'm tired. I have done everything, it's frustrating. But I told them, you can start, you can actually try to finish, because we have already paid a lot of prices prior, so it doesn't make sense for you to quit at this time. So mental discipline will help you to be a finisher, not a quitter. One major feature of those who are always mentally disciplined is that they are quitters, natural quitters. Okay, so number 2 feature of a mentally indisciplined person is that they react impulsively and they regret frequently. They react impulsively and they regret frequently. Let me tell you something. They see a project, they're excited. They see a vision, they are excited. They see something that has to be done, a project, they want to do it now. Oh, this is a wonderful thing, it's exciting, I want to do it. But you see, eventually they will end up regretting starting that thing, when they started it, how they started it, with the people they started it with, simply because they acted based on impulse. A person who is mentally disciplined will not function on impulse. They will calm down, they will wait, they will not react impulsively. They will tell themselves, okay, I have to thoroughly analyze the pros and cons of this project. I have to thoroughly analyze if this project is actually what I need, if it's going to meet my current need, is it going to satisfy the pressure I have within, the burden I have within, is it going to meet the needs that I want it to meet? You have to sit down and analyze properly, criticize it and be sure that this is actually what you want for your life. So it's important, very, very important, that you do not react impulsively. Number 3 feature of a mentally indisciplined person is that they feel tired. But this tiredness is not from work, but from the mental noise. The mental noise. There's so much going on in their mind, so many things, so many voices. Do it, don't do it. It's okay, it's not okay. What would they think? What would they feel? What if you are tired? If you're tired, you rest. You're not the only one. You do not kill anyone. See, there's so many mental noise. If you allow that noise to stay, it will create some sort of emotional instability for you. A mentally disciplined person is quick to shut out the noise, is quick to say, I am not going to take this mental noise anymore. I'm going to face this work and get it done. The work done today will not resurface tomorrow. Okay, so if you finish that work today, tomorrow you'll be able to face other things. All right, focus on other things that need your attention. So mental discipline is a must-have for everyone. So how do we know somebody who is mentally disciplined? Number 1, they do what needs to be done even when it is hard. They do what needs to be done even when it is hard, even when it is difficult, even when it is complicated. They don't get worried, they don't get anxious, they don't bother. If it has to be done, then I will do it. All right, that's how a mentally disciplined person talks. I have been able to do a lot of handle a lot of projects and achieved a lot of things through the instrumentality of mental discipline. If there is anybody who should talk about mental discipline, I am one person who should talk about mental discipline. I remember way back in the year 2007, I had started my first book then, and as I was writing this book, a time came, it was already close to my delivery of my baby. I became disoriented sort of, so I had to close the book. And then when I finished giving birth, in fact, I continued writing that book. I would at those times be breastfeeding my child with one hand, and I'm writing with the other hand while the child is breastfeeding. Boys, they breastfeed for long. So it didn't matter to me. I had set my mind on achieving this, and it didn't matter what was happening with me or around me. I was focused. You too can be focused. And let me tell you this, nobody came into the world with the gift of focus. I have to say this again. Nobody came into this world with the gift of focus. Everybody that who he was ever focused, they cultivated that attitude. They built that habit into themselves. Do I get distracted sometimes? Yes, sometimes, but I get myself back on track. Do I even procrastinate? I must be sincere with you. Sometimes I do procrastinate, but I make sure that it is not for long and that I get back to what it is I am doing. I am trying to tell you that you are as normal. I am as normal as you are, and that you can engage this force of mental discipline. With mental discipline, you will achieve the things you have always wanted to achieve. With mental discipline, you will do better in your grades for your exams. With mental discipline, you will bring that vision alive. With mental discipline, you will start that business and you'll be able to see it through. With mental discipline, you can focus on the vision that God has given to you and it will expand. So mental discipline is so important for you. Number 2 feature of a mentally disciplined person is that they are steady under pressure. Under pressure, they remain steady. You see, pressure comes to every one of us. Let me tell you this. In the Bible clearly tells us that there were 2 men. One of them built his house on the sand and the other one built his house on the rock. But let me tell you one thing. Both of them experienced the same kind of pressure. So it's not about, if I'm mentally disciplined, I'll build something that will not be attacked by pressure. Pressure will come. Pressure will certainly come, So when they were done building, the wind came, the rain came, the storm came. So it didn't matter whether you built your house on the rock or you built your house on the sand. One thing is sure, storms will come. Pressure in life will come. But when it comes and when it is over, what is standing is proof of how it was built. Somebody didn't hear me. How it is standing is proof of how it was built. Was it built with mental discipline or was it built with distraction? Was it built with mental discipline or was it built with emotional instability? How you built will determine what is left after the storm is over. Don't forget what I just said. How you built will determine what is left after the storm is over. So those who are mentally disciplined, they are always steady under pressure. Pressure will come, but they'll find themselves still on track, and that pressure will not be able to shift them away from the track they have set for themselves. All right, so number 3 feature of a mentally disciplined person is that they live by their decisions, not by their moods. They live by their decisions, not by their moods. You see somebody, I don't feel like shooting a video today, and they are not shooting it. I don't feel happy, and then they scatter their projects. I feel sad, and then that is the end of the vision they have gotten. What nonsense. See, we all have moods. I am female, and females, we have our moods, right? But your moods should never be the premise for your decision making. Your moods are yours. Males have moods, females have moods. It's not just a female thing. Every one of us have moods. But the question is this: do you allow your moods to determine your mode in life? Do you allow your mood to determine what you achieve in destiny? You cannot afford to do that. Moods shift. Moods are not stagnant. Moods come, moods go. And that is why you cannot afford to make a single decision based on moods. So what do? You live your life based on decisions, on your principles, on your values. You know what your principles are, you know what your values are, and you don't want to live outside them. You make decisions on the basis of the things that you value, on the basis of the things that you believe, and you stand firm on it, because that is how mentally disciplined people behave. All right? So before I round up this video, I'd like to share with you the signs of a disciplined mind. These are ways through which we know that this person is actually disciplined. Number 1 sign of a disciplined mind is delayed gratification. I love this concept of delayed gratification so much, because most of the things I have been able to achieve in life and destiny and in ministry were products of delayed gratification. What is delayed gratification? Delayed gratification is sacrificing your temporal pleasure for your long-term gain. Let me say it again. Delayed gratification is sacrificing your short-term pleasures for your long-term gain. You know that there is something you will gain eventually if you are able to sacrifice the immediate short-term pleasures, the things that you would have loved, the things you would have wanted, the things you would have felt like having. So that is what delayed gratification is. It simply means choosing your long-term gains over immediate pleasures. So when you, in fact, Jesus was a perfect example. The Bible says that because of the crown that was set before him, what did he do? He endured the pain of the cross. He knew that the crown is going to be long term in nature. And he knew also that the cross was going to be what? The pain of the cross was going to be what? Short term in nature. And because of that, he took the short term pain so that he may enjoy the long term gain. Let me say this again. He took the short term pain in order to enjoy the long term gain. So you too, what is that short term pain that you have to go through now in order to enjoy your long term gain? In life presents us daily with short-term pains that you have to choose so that you can enjoy your long-term gain. Number 2 sign of a mentally disciplined person is that they have emotional mastery. What is emotional mastery? Emotional mastery does not mean that you are now working like a robot or something. No, emotional mastery simply means that you are able to manage your emotions. You are able to respond wisely instead of reacting wildly. Let me say this again. You are able to respond wisely instead of reacting wildly. So you're not behaving wild. You're not letting all your emotions out. You're controlling yourself. You have mastery over your emotions. You know when you're feeling sad. You know when you're feeling strong. You know when you are capable of doing something and when you are not. You have this wonderful ability of self-awareness. You know what you are feeling per time. You even know the triggers in your life, the things that trigger you to do certain things, and you avoid the negative triggers and you stay close to the positive triggers. So you know what provokes you to do certain things. You know what provokes you to get angry or get mad with someone. You also know what provokes you to work harder and to remain focused. So that is self-awareness, and it is a function of emotional mastery. When you have mastered your emotions, when you already know who you are, what you are, and you are able to control yourself and withhold yourself from reacting wildly. Instead, what do? You respond wisely. So that's the second sign of a person of a disciplined mind. So number 3 sign of a disciplined mind is focused attention. Our world is full of distractions. Distractions shout louder than purpose. Emotions are even hijacking logic. This is the world that we live in. So you need to have focused attention in order to do your work, even in a world full of noise. A world full of noise, you're able to remain focused, bend down to your work, do what you have to do in order to get what you need to get. All right, that is focused attention. And number 4 and the last sign of a disciplined mind is that of consistency. I can talk about consistency all day. Do you know that many people, they start off very fast? They're excited. They are very happy about a particular vision, about a particular thing. They start it, but then eventually their energy fades away. Their desire fades away. Their push for what they want to do fades away. They are not able to sustain. So assuming they're making videos, weekly videos, they'll make, for that first 2-3 months they're making videos. After a while their energy begins to fade. All right, their energy begins to get tired. These videos I'm making, I've made this checkpoint videos for 5 whole years. Isn't it amazing? 5 years plus. That's what I've been making checkpoint videos weekly. And it's been amazing. Has there been times I was not able to? Yes, because of physically I'm not able or capable of making the video at that time. But then when I'm strong, I get back at it. You see, consistency is the rule of the game. Consistency simply means showing up even when the motivation fades, showing up even when you are tired, showing up even when you don't think you can keep going. You keep showing up, you keep doing what you have to do. That is consistency. Showing up whenever you have to show up, no matter how you are feeling, no matter what is happening, you just show up. See, if you are tired, rest, but don't quit. If you are tired, rest. Rest is important. This is a concept I was not really talking about when I was younger. But now I talk about rest. If you are tired, rest. And after resting, get back at it. Don't quit. Don't give up. I remember the song of Mary Mary that says, I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. This is a word for somebody right now. If you are tired, just rest. Tomorrow, you start again. If you are tired, just rest. Next month, you start again. If you are tired, just rest. Next year, you begin again. But no matter what, never ever quit. Because that is a sign of somebody who is not emotionally, mentally disciplined. Okay, so I'd like to share with you how to build mental discipline. I'm sure that by now you're already asking me your heart. So, Mama, now you have told us all of these things. How do I build mental discipline? I know I don't have one, but I am willing to make it work. So, what do I have to do? Number one rule for building mental discipline is that you have to start small. Start small. Don't go and start, I've not been writing books, but this month I'm going to write 10 books. Calm down. Calm down. Yes, I know your blood is hot, but just calm down. All right? Start small. Start small. If you've not been gymming in a long time and you want to start gymming all of a sudden, and then you start with 1 hour, 30 minutes at once, do you want to kill yourself? Start small. Start with one little step. If you have not been able to wake up on time and you say that you want to start waking up on time, that should be your number one. Wake up on time. Tell yourself, today I get to finish one task. It doesn't matter how many things I want to do, but I'm going to finish one task today. Keep that promise to yourself. Tell yourself, I'm going to start it and I'm going to finish it. Discipline grows as you stop breaking agreements with yourself. Let me say this again. Discipline grows as you stop breaking agreements with yourself. If you have said in your heart, I'm going to do this, please do. Put yourself under compulsion. Put yourself under pressure to do it. Do you know that there is something I find so disheartening? People are unable to keep their words in this generation. We have found ourselves in a generation where people say anything and they assume that what's said don't matter. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Let me say this again. Say what you mean and mean what you say. How will you say something and you will not give to it? Do you know that you are your word and your word is you? There is no difference between you and your word, and that is why your word should be your bond. Your word should be bankable. If you make somebody a promise, keep to it. One of the things I find very appalling in a human being is the person who says something and they're not able to keep it. Why say it? Was there a gun to your head? Were you under what kind of pressure? Was somebody about to shoot you? So why make a promise you don't intend to keep? Once I notice that somebody around me is saying something and they're not able to keep it, I lose total value for that person. If you say something, do it. Do you know there are many times I've said something and it became even physically impossible for me to do it? Do you know that I pay any price? I do anything to make sure that I keep to those words. My words are so important. If I tell you a yes, it is a yes everywhere. If I say no, it is a no everywhere as well. So learn to keep your words and make sure that that works. Number two is that you have to guard your input. Guard your input. Be careful of what you read. Be careful of what you watch. Be careful of what you listen to. Make sure that you starve your distractions. Sometimes put your phone on airplane mode. Yes, I know you're not on any airplane. I know you're just in your room, but put it on airplane mode so that everywhere gets quietened for a while. Starve your distractions. In fact, I want to tell you this. If you are watching me from home or from your office or from the car, wherever you are, turn to any human being around you and tell the person, starve your distractions. I know the person will think you're a bit weird now, right? No, just go ahead. Tell the person, starve your distractions. Because you need to starve your distractions in order to feed your focus. Feed your focus. Keep your eyes on the ball. Keep your eyes on the goal. Keep your eyes on your vision. Keep your eyes on your purpose. Keep your eyes on your dream. You've got to achieve it. I don't have 2 lifetimes to do that. You have only this lifetime to do that. This is why you have to be careful of what you read. Be careful of what you hear. Be careful of what you listen to. Be careful of what you watch, because all of these things will shape your mind. And let me tell you, my latest discovery, I won't call it latest, but one of my recent discoveries is that I have discovered that I have desire to help certain people, but to my greatest disappointment, I couldn't help them. You know why? Because their mind refused to be helped. Anybody who you cannot help their mind truly cannot be helped. Do you know there are people, you mean well for them, you are willing to help them, but their mind is so shut off from help. Their mind is shut off from possibilities. In their mind, they don't believe that they can make it. In their mind, they don't believe they can achieve it. In their mind, they don't believe that they can excel. In their mind, they don't believe that they can amount to anything. So it doesn't matter what you try to do. It doesn't matter how hard you push them. It doesn't matter what quality of advice you give to them. They will find a way of returning back to the default setting. Hey! And when they return back to the default setting, they become what I call isikonkom. Ask anybody around you that is able to interpret that one for you, because I'm not going to interpret it today. They become proper isikonko. So please don't the best investment you can make in anybody's life is the investment of mental transformation. If you're able to do anything to be able to change somebody's mind positively in the right direction, that is a huge blessing. And this is one of the reasons why I value what I do, because the videos I share, the talks I give, the directions, advice that I give help to edify, equip, and empower individuals to become the best version of themselves. And that is why I value what I do, and this is why I make huge sacrifices almost on a daily basis in order to reach out to people, in order to give this kind of words that when somebody listens to it and is willing to change, this person becomes better off. That is why I am advising you, guard your input. Number 3, way through which you can build mental discipline is that you have to practice saying no. Practice saying no. Do you know there are people that it is so difficult for them to say no? They say yes to this person, they say yes to the other person, they say yes to the other person. They are scared of hurting people's feelings. Can you imagine? So they say yes to everybody. Practice saying no. Yes, you watching me right now, say no. Say it again. Say it again. Say it louder. Say no. What happened? Did the color of the sky change? Tell me what happened. Was there an earthquake in your house now? Was there an earthquake in your location? Say no. Learn to say no. Say no to what you don't want. Say no to distractions. Say no to things that come to disalign you from where you're going to. Discipline is the muscle behind a strong no. If you are able to say no, it takes a lot of mental discipline for you to do that. See, every no you say to temptation is a yes you say to your future. Let me say that again. Every no that you say to temptation, to distraction, to wrongdoing, to sin, is a yes that you are saying to a glorious future. So, understand that your no has consequences. And the consequences are beautiful ones. They are the ones you desire. Let me tell you this, whether you believe this or not, your yes has consequences, your no equally has consequences. But you have to choose the right one, right? So you have to learn to say no. Say no to your distractions. Say no to the things that are not going your way. Say no to the temptation. Say no to peer pressure. Some of you cannot even say no to peers. All right, so you see them as, okay, I'm trying to prove a point. I'm trying to show that I belong. I'm trying to show that I'm capable. I'm trying to prove a point to these people. Honestly, this is who matter. In the next 3 to 5 years, that point you're trying to prove to that person will not matter at all. I'm telling you, because I have been through so many things, and I've seen a lot, and I can guarantee you that that person you are trying to prove a point to today, in the next 5 years, it won't even matter. So say no. Let's practice saying no. Say no. Again, louder. Say no. Say no. And say no to everything that is not good in your life. Say no to sin. Say no to distraction. Say no to peer pressure. Say no to trying to prove a point. Say no to gossip. Some of you do love gossip. Say no to backbiting. Say no to sitting around the table and ridiculing another person. Say no to gossiping about people. But then after saying no, you have to also say yes to ideas. Say yes to vision. Say yes to the things that inspire you. Say yes to the things that cause your vision to expand. Say yes to the things that will make you a better person in the body, in your mind, and in your soul, and most importantly, in your spirit. Say yes in that way, and then learn to say no to your distractions. All right, so let's talk about number 4. Number 4 way through which you can build mental discipline is that you have to train your thoughts. Let's say this together. Train your thoughts. Train your thoughts. What does it mean to train your thoughts? You have thoughts. You have thoughts. I have thoughts. Every one of us living, we have thoughts. I wanted to say a madman does not have thoughts, but it's possible there are things that might be going on in his mind that might be so much. All right, so as long as we're living, we all have thoughts, but you have to train those thoughts. Do you know there are some of us that have what we call empowering thoughts, while some others have what we call self-limiting thoughts? Self-limiting thoughts are thoughts that tell you you're not good enough, thoughts that tell you you cannot do it, thoughts that tell you you cannot achieve it, thoughts that tell you that what makes you think that you are capable of doing this, thoughts that tell you that you are not good enough, thoughts that tell you you're not beautiful enough, thoughts that tell you that you're not capable of bringing a difference. These are self-limiting thoughts. However, there are also empowering thoughts. Thoughts that tell you, oh, if there is somebody that can get this done, it is you. Thoughts that tell you, oh, I am good, I am qualified, I am good, I am loaded, I am able to do this. So those are empowering thoughts. And I want to advise you, train yourself to have empowering thoughts. And please don't believe everything you think. Don't believe everything you think. Sometimes you might be thinking negatively about yourself. Sometimes you might be thinking you're not good enough. Sometimes you're thinking that your project or the work you have done is not qualified enough. And this is why you have to filter your thoughts. Filter your thoughts. How many of you have a filter in your kitchen? That thing used to filter food you're cooking. Filter your thoughts. The ones that are empowering, allow them to stay. The ones that are self-limiting, throw them away. Challenge your thoughts. Replace lies with the truth concerning your life. Replace lies with the truth concerning your destiny. All right, come to a point where you begin to speak life into your dreams, speak life into your goals, speak life into your desires, speak life into your purpose, speak life into your business, speak life into the things that you are doing. Train your thoughts. Do you know that our life usually moves in the direction of our greatest thoughts? Let me say this again. Our lives eventually take a path along the points of our most dominant thoughts, which means that if we keep thinking in one direction, it won't be long. That thing will become true in our life. It is called the placebo effect. The placebo effect. If you keep thinking good in your life, eventually good will come to you. If you keep thinking about bad things, terrible things happening to you, it won't be long, a terrible thing will happen to you. If you keep imagining yourself sick or being in a wheelchair, it won't be long, that will happen. But if you keep imagining yourself being great, being needed, being wanted, being relevant to your generation, being celebrated, it won't be long. Those thoughts will eventually align and become your reality. So train your thoughts. Train your thoughts. It seems like a word you want to share with somebody. Train your thoughts. If you have not shared this video and you have watched this one, please, I want to beg you, please do share this video. Don't watch this video alone, okay? Share the video, share. All right, share to everyone, because this video is blessing lives. I can feel it in my spirit. All right, so let's talk about number 5. Number 5 way through which you can build mental discipline is that you have to embrace discomfort. That looks like a terrible thing to say, but believe me, sometimes you have to be uncomfortable in order to achieve certain things. No pain today means no gain tomorrow. So embrace discomfort. Do you know that most times growth and comfort can never exist? Growth and comfort can sometimes, those two words can never find themselves in the same area, because if you must grow, you must have some kind of discomfort. I remember my boys, when they became teenagers early, they had this growth sprouts, so within a space of a year, they grew up almost 2 feet extra. And that was huge, from almost 4 feet something, they were already shooting to 6 feet. And it came with something they call osgood scalata. Osgood scalata is like a bone offshoot somewhere on their knees. So, and now I noticed that the two that actually had that growth sprout experienced that pain on the knee. But the eldest, who did not have that kind of very quick growth sprout, he didn't have a single pain on his knee. So these two, they were having this pain on their knees. I had to inquire, I had to check it out, and it just said that it's something that will pass eventually. It does not need any treatment. It does not need any care. It's just something you just manage, and after a while, it disappears. So I noticed that after a while, when they had advanced in their teenage years, it disappeared. It's still sort of there, but they don't feel any pain with it anymore. I discovered it was something that happened with growth. So I want to tell you that growth most times will come with some level of discomfort. It will come with some level of pain, but it's just for a while. All right, it's just for a while. If a seed must germinate and bear fruit, it must be able to break. When you watch a seed planted in the ground, one thing about that seed is that after a few days, that same seed will have to break open. So that point of breaking open, that seed can decide to say, oh, I'm breaking, oh, it's painful to break. But believe you me, beyond that breakage is a beautiful flower that's about to emerge from that same seed. So when you plant, I use an example of bean seed. If you plant beans in the ground, after a while that beans will practically break open, and then the flower will begin to sprout. And in life, sometimes you have to embrace that discomfort, that thing that makes you uncomfortable for just a little time, so that you can achieve what you want to achieve. Mental discipline means doing the hard thing until it becomes second nature. Mental discipline is doing the hard thing until it becomes second nature to you. So you keep doing it and doing it. Many people ask me how I'm able to do some of the things I do. I do them from a place of lots of pain. It's not easy to sit in a place or to stay in a place and do lots of the things I do. But I know it's painful, right? I know it's difficult, but I have chosen to embrace discomfort so that my generation can be comfortable, so that they can actually have the truth and they can do better with the truth I have been able to share. Number 6, and the last one I'll be sharing in this entire video, is set boundaries. Yeah, for you to be able to build mental discipline, you have to set boundaries. Not everything should work for you. Not every invitation. You should not honor every invitation. All right, every invitation is not an assignment. Every invitation is not for you. Create boundaries. All right, not every opinion from everyone deserves your energy. Sometimes there are things that people will say, don't bother arguing with them, don't bother proving a point. When somebody says something against you, sometimes they have people who don't know you seem to have a lot of opinion about you. Have you noticed it? I'm telling you this one. You need to hear this. Let me say it again. Some people who don't know you, they seem to have a lot of opinion about you. Sometimes just keep quiet. Sometimes just let them be. Not every opinion deserves your energy. Conserve your mind. All right? Your mind is a sacred resource. There are people you shouldn't be meddling with. It is not every response. It's not every opinion or every word said that deserves a response. Sometimes just conserve your energy and focus it on what really matters, because your energy is a sacred resource. Your mind is a sacred resource. Conserve that energy and focus on what truly matters. See, mental discipline is something that you can do. It is something you can achieve. And mental discipline is not something that is rigid, all right? There's a lot of flexibility with it. You don't have to be robotic to be a mentally disciplined person. It's about being ruthlessly committed to your purpose. Let me say this again. Mental discipline is about being ruthlessly committed to your purpose. How ruthlessly committed are you to your purpose? How ruthlessly committed are you to your dream? That thing you want to achieve. You want to be the first graduate in your family. And what are you going to do about it? You want to be the first master's holder in your family. What are you going to do about it? You want to be the first person that comes out with the first class in your family. How ruthlessly committed are you to that dream and to that vision? You want to start school and finish it. You want to graduate. How ruthlessly committed are you towards it? Or you just say with your mouth, but your actions prove like you're not going in that direction. So you have to make up your mind to achieve it. So it's not, mental discipline is not about suppressing your emotions, but it's about aligning your emotions towards a greater vision, towards a greater purpose, towards that dream in your life, towards that thing you want to achieve in your life. Because you need to know this, that when your mind becomes a servant, not your master, everything changes. When your mind becomes your servant, not your master, everything changes. You need to tell your mind, I want you to do this. This is what I want to do. Yeah, it's difficult. Okay, it's painful, but I have to do it. Okay, I got to shoot this video. I've got to write this book. I've got to do this song. I've got to play this match. I've got to write this exam. Tell your mind, I've got to do this. All right. Let your mind become a servant, not a master. So you decide what happens. All right, your emotions don't decide it, your moods don't decide it. You decide what happens. Let your mind be your servant. Let your mind be at your beck and call. This is how you gain mental discipline. So it's left for you to train your mind. You need to train your mind. You need to master your habits. You need to tell yourself, I will not be ruled by my emotions. I will not be ruled by my whims and caprices. I will be ruled by my core values, by my principles in life. All right, you need to know that your destiny is too big and your calling is too important for you to leave it at the mercy of your moods. Your destiny is too big, your calling is too important, and your time is too precious for you to live your life at the mercy of your whims, at the mercy of a scattered mind, at the mercy of an undisciplined mind. That is why we need mental discipline. So you need to discipline your mind. You need to make sure that your words align with your decisions. And with all of these things, you see yourself becoming that one who is mentally disciplined. See, I am rooting for you. I know in my heart that these few words that you have heard is able to convince you and push you in the direction of actually building mental discipline. With mental discipline, you can achieve a lot. With mental discipline, you become ruthlessly committed to your purpose. With mental discipline, it doesn't matter what is happening around you. You are able to control and align your emotions, your thoughts, your actions, your words, your habits, all of this is, you're able to align them towards the fulfillment of your purpose. Mental discipline is key. You want to achieve anything in life, remember that the battlefield is not external. The battlefield is internal. There is something at war in your mind telling you, get up from that bed. Oh, don't get up from that bed. Rest a little. Sleep a little. In fact, in my PhD class, we are preparing for exams and all, and then somebody sent a very funny meme, and that funny meme, they said, during exam time, you're about to read, and then the devil whispers in your ear, sleep a little, my child. Sleep a little, my child. And that is how the person now slept till the next morning. It's a funny one, but I tell you, it is true. That sleep a little might cost you your entire exams. That cram a little, if you forget one line, you are forgotten the rest of it. So what I'm saying today is that you have to incorporate mental discipline in every, and one thing about mental discipline is that it affects every aspect of your life. It is something that, irrespective of your career, irrespective of your profession, irrespective of your job or the nature of your ministry, mental discipline will help you through it all. In fact, look at the disciples. They were so mentally disciplined that it didn't matter the attacks, it didn't matter the persecution. Many of them were crucified with their heads cut off. Some others were, Peter was crucified upside down, Thomas was beheaded, John had to go through being in a pot of boiling oil. All of these things were proof that they were mentally discipline. See, it is possible that they were afraid at one time, but they made up their mind that the glory was on the other side of this pain, and they went through it, and eventually they are with our Lord Jesus Christ. So it doesn't matter what you're going through now. Ask yourself, what pain do I have to go through in order to get the gain that I truly desire? And when you do this, mental discipline will become easy for you. These are all I wanted to share with you today on Checkpoint. I hope you were greatly inspired, and I hope you're going to incorporate mental discipline in everything you do. Until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so very much. Bye bye for now. Mwah.
Hi everyone, I hope you were blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, we'll be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed, and God will bless you. Love you.